I recorded my attacks today and totally left it on my other computer at the office, so I can't go through it. But I actually had a pretty good day.
Yeah, you have 10 attacks, right?
Yeah.
So you hit 775. That's almost max. Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped a couple, but I mean, this is going to be the easiest time for me because I'm hitting everybody that was by level 20, and you go up like 4 to 5 levels in one session of attack. So by the end of it, you can beat anybody who you're a day ahead of now.
Yep.
It's almost like day one again.
Yeah, me and Achilles maxed out. So 788 is hitting the entire top 10.
You made your 10th attack today?
Yeah, and I'm going to make the 11th one tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right on par with us non-bi-level rushers.
Yeah. And then, so we were talking about it in the Chicken Alliance Discord, but we're just talking, I think Cheech was attacked by Zeratul and won that defensive. And we're talking about when the 11 daily attack rushers are going to crash. Because 707 is okay. I think
I was just trying to see what game placement Cheech was, because
I think he'll end up top 10.
Am I looking at I'm looking at the current 200, not the... All right.
But like Charna and Charity will drop out of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, they're not by level 20 yet.
No. So they're going to crash really hard.
I mean, they might not even be by level 14 yet.
Yeah, because they have too many mercs. Like, it's going to be really expensive to replace them all, and it's going to be really hard to raise the mercs when the entire top is solidified. Like, the whole appeal of bi-level rushing is to reach maturity much faster, so you attack people that are still transitioning. Yep. But that won't happen when you reach final bi-level, so it's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I wonder if they have 10 attacks right now, too.
It looks like it.
I'm having trouble finding the logic around the strategy there, because if they have 8 mercs, I mean, that's a bunch of points. I don't know if they've got salary or not, but they usually do, I think. They have to. How do you afford 8 mercs without salary?
Well, at their rank, and how cheap the mercs are at lower buy levels, it's possible.
True. Yeah.
They're not buying like buy level 20 mercs. So.
Right, and they've had them for how many days if they've got level 9 buy level 9 still?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you wanna look at some setups and then try to figure out who's going where?
Yeah, I mean, let's start with Ado. He's at the top right now.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's going to stick with it. See what we think he's going to do. So he must have hit 20 today because he sold all these guys. Like, he did a full swap, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. So this is a really normal, very bulky classic setup. So this is like the setup of a person who's played HD for years. Yeah, like 11 attacks. This sort of setup. This is like what normal HD was like years and years ago.
Yeah, I wonder what he... I mean, it'd be nice to know what he went with, just so we could see what he's... Because he's had a chance to react to what everybody else is going to do at this point.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure with like 4 slots. I don't really know what you can even do to react besides doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's why Frost did that.
Let's see what Frost did. I didn't even make it down to him in the spy today.
Yeah, he has the same build as me.
So the 6 mercs counter
with the 3 archers. This is in my opinion, this is the only logical way to play 6 mercs. Like, unless you want 5 knights. Like, this is what makes the most sense.
When I leveled, I thought about getting 2 more knights today, but I couldn't afford it, so I didn't even bother allocating it. Yeah, see, like, I've got 3 bagels here. And I still have the 14 Fiend. I didn't even want to switch the 20.
So that means you're going 27, right?
That's my current plan, yes.
Okay. Because if you don't, then the Fiend will become really bad in a few days.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I kept him, because I thought I would go right to 27.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. How many days until 27 for you?
I think 2. I've got 3 points left right now. And so I haven't committed to anything, so I could still get that 11th attack tomorrow. I've got 2 points right now. If I had 3,
oh, okay, yeah. If you did, then you would have an odd number, which is perfect to hit 27. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think Caterpillar hits 27 tomorrow. He's been playing a really good season. Hasn't lost an offensive, and has kind of a weird setup that doesn't really make sense. But I think all the mercs are going to be sold tomorrow. So,
yeah. He's got all offensive mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
And a bowman.
Mm-hmm. Executioner.
The executioner with a knife, right?
Yes,
it's got a knife. It's got to be the only axeman in the history of the game to wield a knife.
I think Bagel had one. Bagel had a legionnaire with a knife. But like, the problem with these executioners is that their speed allocation is really low, so you can never actually use them as an offensive merc. Like the actually attacking axemen are not that bad in the beginning, because when people have a limited number of mercs and they play knifemen, it's like the only target the axeman can attack. So if your axeman can guarantee an attack on a knifeman, it's really good. But now there are so many mercs running around that there's no guarantee your axeman's going to actually hit a knifeman. This setup is whack. It doesn't make any sense.
It really is crazy.
It's very crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the advantage of being ahead in buy level, because you get that jump on everybody, and it really doesn't matter what your setup is during those first 4 days at a buy level.
And these offensive mercs scale faster than the defensive mercs. So this actually makes a lot of sense.
Which is why if I decide to stick at buy level 20, it's not going to work out with the Knights, because they just can't keep up in the long run. That's what we saw last season with anybody who had attacking Knights as their primary attackers.
No one had 5.
That is true.
Yeah, so that's the main difference, and I'm not really sure if that difference compensates for anything, but there is a difference.
Yeah, if I decide to stick with it and get 2 more, I'd add 1 more Knight and add another defensive melee, and then I'd have to get this Fiend out of here and add a 5th Knight.
Yeah, I think at that point, though, it might be late to raise like an Executioner or a Berserker. You'll feel really weird. But, at the same time, the 11 attack guys just got their new mercs too, so maybe it's not too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put things in perspective, maybe it's right on time. Yeah. And then Zeratone changed his mercs today, right? He must have.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder if he added more mercenaries, or what his plan is here. Because if he's got 11 attacks is 3 more points. Only 2 merc slots.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what he does. I mean, he doesn't make bad decisions at these transitions here, so I'm sure he's not doing something crazy.
I mean, this is pretty crazy.
Well, this was crazy, yeah.
2 Dukes is wild. Like, this guy has, played the weirdest season with, the compound bowman plus this knifeman and the short bowman plus knifeman. He was farming the crap out of the multis.
Well, if they play, they missed a day, and that probably killed his whole strategy, because his strategy was just kill the multis, and if they stayed in that top 15, and he was still getting top 15 experience every day.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny and ironic that you would design your strategy around something that's been so consistent in HD for the past few years, only for it to just crap out and just not help you.
It'll be brilliant if, like, someday, like 5 years down the line, you tell me that you were all these multis and that was your whole strategy, just to talk Ben into going into this and pulling the rug out.
I wouldn't do that to him.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's been like nothing but nice to me. Yeah, check out Ayoba. Ayoba is a quirky player. Like Ayoba is basically like top 10 Lord Slick.
Top 10 Lord Slick. That's interesting. Yeah, he swapped out all of his too today.
Yeah, he must have. But yeah, that's a pretty good Duke. It's got a lot of damage.
Yeah, good Duke. I mean, the accuracy's there. The speed, too. 65 speed is pretty good.
It's not bad at all. And this shows you like what an Amazon can be around like by level 20-ish. And the Amazon is still a very functional merc.
Yeah, getting the speed down on those really made them useful at the later buy levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, after the Trog, the rogues were pretty much useless 2 seasons ago.
You're right. Yeah, I think the new rogue changes have been really nice because they're really popular because you get to negative speed faster, but the trade-off is a lot of people are running knifemen, and so if you're considering a rogue, you have to really think about how many knifemen you're going to see. And I think that's a really good trade-off because you can pick the Axeman that doesn't get... It's not as comfortable raising it, but then you can avoid the knifeman.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Right, and nobody's going to counter with a Whitman because...
No.
It's a Whitman.
Unless you're Beck. Beck played a Whitman. Because I think that was the only merc left. Like, he couldn't play any other merc. And then, yeah, I did him in. And Marduk.
Yeah, Marduk's been quiet this season, but...
Yeah. But he has, like, really old mercs. Like, I think a few days ago, he still had bi-level 0 mercs.
He still has one.
Yeah, he still has one. Yeah.
And there's really nothing wrong with that because the mature bi-level 0, I mean, the agility's lacking, but it was fine until today, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's a very high level merc. It's like one of the highest level mercs in the game, I think.
Yeah, it's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I mean, because if he's had it since day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not in the top 10, but...
Highest level mercenary? But it's level 18.
Oh, but he... wait, it was level 18.
Oh, he sold it. He sold
it. There you go.
He sold it.
Yeah,
okay, so someone will buy it eventually, maybe. And then they'll have it.
Seems there's anything good in here. I mean, the multis are obviously going to have the most kills because they get attacked the most.
Yeah, and the scouts are, pretty big.
I don't think I've seen Demi 06 this whole season. I'm not sure what game placement he is.
It's probably outside top 50.
I wonder if that was a purchased merc then.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout outs to Big Hairy Snake. Saw him, on the list climbing the rankings.
Oh, on the
good to have him back.
Top 200 Big Hairy Snake.
Yeah. Just Big Hairy Snake and Mystic Caterpillar, they just go together. I'm really happy to have him in the Alliance. For those of you who don't know, Big Hairy Snake is Tonka, who is a multiple GP1 finisher. So he's a very, very competent.
Oh, very cool. Is Tonka playing his own account or just Big Hairy Snake?
I think he's Big Hairy Snake.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's just his account?
Yeah, that's awesome. It's
Tonka's right next to him.
Oh, shoot. Never mind. Yeah, but I think Big Hairy Snake and Tonka are the same. Just Big Hairy Snake, all caps. He's just right up there with Mystic Caterpillar.
Yeah, and they joined the season late, right?
They'll be best friends. Yeah. But like when Tonka comes back next season, he's gonna be he's gonna be in.
Right, be one of the forces that were probably spying today.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we got Bagel and Donut, Lancelot, Achilles. Yeah.
Take a look at what Donut's doing. Bagel has something very similar to Mystic, right?
Caterpillar. Yeah. Bagel, this is Yeah, this is just offensive melee with a weird Crusader in there. I don't know what the Crusader's doing. Um, but
And the
it's okay.
Crusaders do have more damage than these other guys. Don't. Well, no, not at all. Oh, it's a 14.
I mean, dude is level 5, so
Yeah.
give him a little time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Bagel's always like never played any sort of traditional HD builds. I think that's just the sign that the player is not new and entrenched in the whole like triangle build,
Yeah.
which is really interesting. This is like what like modern players think about when they play HD. This is Donut with like 800 mercs. Actually, he has 6, so he has just as many as I do. I guess it just
He had
this
6.
felt like a lot.
Yeah, it looks like he did a swap today. Everything except for this attacking Duke.
Mm-hmm. I would have swapped that.
Yeah, that's all the things to keep. Why a Duke, Donut?
Oh no. He kept threatening to stay up by level 14 in a voice call. Like he was, I guess he wasn't threatening it, but he kept like fixating on doing that. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't, because then he wouldn't swap the Duke.
Right.
Or maybe he swapped everything for Dukes. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Yeah, he has a lot of mercs.
Like, no, he did sell this rogue, so interesting. I'll be interested to see what he comes up with for.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 nights.
It's gonna be 5 nights.
I think that's such a donut thing to do. Yeah, I think he's gonna be 5 nights. Achilles is on his way to doing that too, because Achilles doesn't care about anything. So, like, he's already on his way.
Yeah, level 9 knights, level 4 knights. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's either going to be 4 knights plus Berserker plus Axeman, or 5 knights plus Berserker.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's really necessary to have 2 walls to do that build.
It's not. I don't think it is. Like, I'm not an expert in that build, but I think like having the extra knight is going to help you win fights more assertively. And you'll backdoor the enemy faster than they can kill your rogue. So I think that's probably better.
Yeah, the thing I'm most nervous is if this rogue agility is good enough to stop my knights, then what could I ever do?
Have 1 knight that's just speed and accuracy.
Just speed and accuracy?
Yeah, because like the knight has the percent bonus against all melee. So you're just hoping that your knight will just kill the rogue so fast that your other knights don't get countered to death, and that's how you level them. Like, I think if I were to play the full knight setup, I would have at least 1 or 2 knights that are just really fast with really high accuracy. Yeah, and it's always like good to keep track of like the targets you're hitting and how much agility they have on their walls. That way you can figure out which direction to allocate your mercs. Yeah, this is Lancelot. Lancelot always carries a knifeman.
An attacking knifeman.
That's what he does. He's had multiple knifemen in the past. Yeah.
I don't think I could ever get myself to mix a wall and an attacking melee together.
Yeah, and that's what Marduk did also. Marduk had a wall merc and then a villain for a really long time.
Interesting.
It helps against, so there were a lot of players that were building triangle setups but with a defense rogue. So I thought maybe these players thought that having a knifeman would weaken enemy rogues to give themselves an advantage in a fight. That seems like logical.
Yeah, and it's just enough to be scary sometimes. Like, where like you might skip that attack as somebody else just being like, well, what if he does break through my wall?
Yeah,
because that's what
I was thinking. Yeah, when we were doing that, those batch of attacks, like over the weekend, I kept expressing concern about that because I always think like, what if, like the worst case scenario? Yeah,
it does have 92 speed too, so
that's very fast. Yeah,
speedy.
Yeah, I like fast mercs, so all my archers are fast.
And that's why, and here my logic was I didn't allocate any speed on any of my knights, thinking that having 3 of them would make up for the speed allocation.
Well,
especially now at least, because I need that accuracy to survive, really.
Yeah, But then, like, when you start, if you notice you're fighting other people with knights, it's important for your knights to get the first hit, because that first hit might be a crit, and if you don't get the first hit and they crit you, then you will have an unpleasant fight.
Yeah, I haven't encountered that yet because, again, I'm 5 levels ahead of the people I'm attacking because it's the early days of it.
Yeah, it's the transition time.
I just want to see if I don't know if I attacked. I did attack. Oh no, I did not attack Achilles today.
Good, because if you did, I would have unfriended you.
I got him yesterday when his guys were like babies, but
yeah, like Achilles was saying, there's actually a log of it. He said Too Dark attacked him, and it like didn't make any sense because like, yeah, they're just it was a pretty close fight, but like there are other targets that are worth as much as Achilles, and you don't need to take that risk. Like, this is just over at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. Yeah.
16 to 140. So that is a pretty close battle. You're right. But
yeah, but like, he's worth 72 points. There's so many other people in the low 70s. Like, Kernus is...
look at all of these people are... So, yeah, I mean, there are 72 targets right here.
Yeah, there's literally no point in attacking Achilles. So, like, just a message to all the players doing their attacks, you should look for what the value is of the target before deciding, because you can attack anybody here. Yeah, I think Achilles and Caterpillar are a few of the worst targets to pick.
I mean, even if you sacrifice 1 point, you're down to 32 here.
Yeah, you can. You can't touch Straker. That's the one guy you can't mess with.
Who did he last beat? Lancelot was the last one to get Strakered.
Yo, Straker will end you.
That's pretty funny. Charna and Straker are just now the legendary spoilers of the game.
Yo, we should have a stat like called the Straker Award for like the most defensive one against the top player, like at the time. So if you were ranked like in the top 10 at the time and you made an attack.
That's actually a very intriguing thing to track.
Yeah, it's kind of personal.
Like the biggest game placement disparity victory.
Yeah. But we're gonna get a lot of these. Like the bi-level rushers are really low game placement right now. Like I'm like 25.
That is true.
Yeah, but like in a few days, I think I'll be top 15, top 10.
I mean, let me go back to the 200. We'll go to the current one, but because where are you?
I'm 18.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4,600. So, I mean, you're not even that far behind.
No. Yeah, I'm going to jump in the top 10 in a few days.
Yeah, you're 400 points behind, and by the time we get to the end of the season, that's attack and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, but I have a very solid build, so I'm okay. I played the season really badly. Like, it was horrendous. Like, this is one of the worst seasons I've ever played.
You're 3 bowmen.
Yeah, 3 bowmen. That's the most logical thing for me.
I mean, 3 bowmen, 2 front door, and 1 knight is what I'm seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 knight. I never play more than 1 knight. It's a waste of time, I think.
Yeah, but my 5 knights will be able to get through your 1 knight, but probably before you get through my front door.
Yeah, and I won't attack you. I will 100%. Like later in the season, especially when you spike on like the level like 28, 33 sword, I just won't touch you. That's okay.
And do you know, I honestly thought more people were going to have a build similar to mine, and so far in the top 10 here, it's me and Achilles, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Donut, we'll see what he does tomorrow.
Yeah, I never expect people to build like that. It just doesn't seem like it makes sense to me, but I don't know. Mr. Eric. Ace Hardware. This guy, you could tell this guy's a dad. Like Home Depot, Lowe's. Like this guy goes places and he fixes up the house. Like he's a dad. He's 100% a parent.
Property management.
Yes. Yeah, this guy knows. I mean, these are mature dukes. I think he's making a transition soon, though.
He sold everything today, so... I wonder what he went with, because he's got 2 dukes here, 2 dukes, 2 bowmen.
Yeah, the bowmen are probably there to farm gold because they're really low level.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. I've never done the math to see if using a higher buy level yields better gold return than the short bowman.
Yeah, you can. I guess you could figure it out. We can test it also on Warminster. But like, I think accuracy is the most valuable stat. Why is he? Why do they have 422 health? That's crazy. He's like cosplaying as me.
Well, he did tell me this, that he was selling them with HP. So I forgot that he told me that, and I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure accuracy and agility are the tied for the most expensive stat.
Yeah, this guy is like, he has 800 meaty points of health on his archers. That's crazy. I love him. This guy's in my alliance.
And he won a season.
He's clean.
A pretty healthy season in 2008, too. It's not like he won one of the years where it was him versus Charna.
No, those are good players in that season. Yeah. It looks like Easy Peasy attacked him and lost. Easy Peasy attacked me. It was a one-liner.
He's level 1.
Yeah, I think he had a guard or something.
Has he even won a battle this season? Is he on the list?
Yeah, he has. He has 4.
Oh,
like
nice.
on his profile. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's 4 and 13. He's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then, let's see. We haven't seen Crush of Demons. Crush of Demons and Too Dark Forever. I think they're brothers.
That is what we were told.
Yeah. So this guy is... this looks like normal. Yeah.
2 composites.
Yeah, so this is basically the Zeratul build, except he has an accuracy archer. So this is the Zeratul build from last season. And Too Dark Forever is playing exactly the same build. Yeah, so he has like 1 high accuracy archer, 1 regular archer.
I kind of like it. I mean, it's going to be risky with only the 1.
Yeah, with the 1, I think better is 1 rogue instead of the accuracy archer. But this, you know, if you want to play the game like that, that's okay too. Like, you'll have a lot of fun with the archer.
Yeah, I mean, it's lean. He's got 2 points, or well, it's only 1 point now. Man, that 1 mercenary point really changed the game a lot.
Yeah, forces you to get 4 mercs, and then you can have 2 archers or 2 melee. Yeah.
He said 2 darks doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Do we look at Frost?
Yeah, he has the same thing as me.
Oh, that's right. We did look at Frost.
Yeah. So Too Dark Forever is the same as Crush of Demons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody else down here earning that you think could make their way up?
Yeah, Cheech.
Cheech.
Yeah. So this one is another like classic build. Yeah, this is the same Zeratul build.
Yeah, yep, same one.
Yeah. I don't know why this is so popular. It doesn't seem that logical, but maybe they know something I don't. I don't know. I feel like having an extra melee merc is way safer than having an archer that will probably you'll never pit because you're busy pitting your strong archer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It seems kind of weird.
I mean, it's interesting. The damage is there on the composite, so it's not like pure accuracy.
Yeah, the damage is a little bit low, but they're very accurate. Like, my archers are not accurate.
Yeah, he's pretty high level, too. I mean, he's already got his knights level 10 yesterday.
Yeah. They got the level 10 axe yesterday. Yeah, so this guy rushed with 9 attacks, so he's a day ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how it all ends up right here every season. And you say it every season. We end up at the same spot. We're right here. But you guys are 2 days ahead of us in levels on these mercenaries.
Yeah. And then the compensation you get is about 300 extra experience. But then we're earning experience more efficiently in our attacks because we can attack higher.
Yeah.
So that's the trade-off. And then, like, you're freaking out trying to earn as much as possible to try to maintain your lead. That's what it feels like to run 10 or 11 attacks. Yeah. But psychologically, it feels great for most of the season because you're not, like, in 35th place.
Yeah, that's got to be. I mean, God, just going back to. See, I've never won a season, so I can't really. Clearly, I'm not the one to opine on this, but just back in the day, it was always if you could get that extra attack, it was always worth it to get the extra attack. It felt.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, like, I just don't see any other way to play the game besides having 9 attacks.
I mean, if we had double the amount of players, do you think it would still play out the exact same way?
Yeah, I would think so.
Wow.
Yeah, I would think so. At least in Wilt. So in York, I think it's not effective because the season's so long. Like the value you get from attacks compounds really well. So like, I think it's impossible to win York rushing 9 attacks. Because at the end, the gap between the levels is so big that you can't really earn fast enough to rush, and the people with 11 attacks end up being thousands of experience ahead of you.
Yeah.
And they make up the points. But I think for a short season like this, where there is an end and it's so important to spike fast, rushing with 9 attacks and 2 mercs is really efficient. It's just not easy to do because you're really limited, and if you make a bad choice, you're stuck with a bad choice, trying to force yourself to max out your experience, which is really uncomfortable. Yeah, that's why Beck is good. He maxes out consistently, no matter what the opposition is. And I keep trying to tell some people that, but they don't seem to agree. But yeah, that's why he's very, very skilled.
And his biggest problem is if he doesn't have a perfect season, he can't.
Well, I think Beck can tolerate attacking a little bit low. Like he just doesn't tolerate losing an attack.
Right.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that's shocking. I thought he would just pick it up. Like I thought his desire to dominate everyone would be greater than his interest in having a perfect season. Because I think still even if he had lost that attack, he would have been fine. Like he would have hit 20 fine. He would have gotten the 10th attack fine. It would have been the same. Like you're allowed to lose 1 attack when you rush. Yeah, I know this because I lost 1 attack. And I'm okay. I shouldn't have done that, but yeah.
Was it Straker?
No, it was not Straker. Oh man, I would have so I blocked it out of my memory because it was so bad. I don't know what happened in that attack, but I mean I had 2 mercs, so I couldn't really do anything. It was really unproductive. Oh, we forgot 4-shard. 4-shard's top 10.
4-shard, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually right there, and we didn't spy him. Sorry, 4-shard. Yeah. Okay, this is
he's strong at 22.
Yeah, so if you scroll down, I think you might see an executioner. Yeah, so this is what I think the logical setup is. Like if you have 4 mercs,
yeah.
This is normal. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is as traditional as you can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a bulky front line, an archer that's going to get all your attention in the pit. And this is what the bare minimum looks like now. So I think 6 mercs is better because you'll win more fights consistently. But there might be seasons where the competition is so fierce that you need to go 4 mercs in order to even race against the other players. So I think that'll be really interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, this is a well-built one, and he's a day ahead of us. So, I mean, he probably had a good earning day. Yeah, because we were just on the current top 10.
Yeah.
And yeah,
787. Yeah, so maybe he didn't max out because he couldn't attack himself.
Well, he was outside of the top 10 overall.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so maybe he just skipped 1 point, which is
right. Yeah, right. If you're in doubt, you play it safe and you sacrifice the point.
It's not like there are 3-point differences in HD, right? I think if one of us had decided to sack 1 point 3 or 4 times, it would have been different. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then the season before, Bank tied with Jib, right? Or who? I forgot who it was.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That wasn't the season before.
Yeah. No, because the season before was I beat Caterpillar.
Oh, that's right. It was back-to-back chicken.
Yeah. And then they changed the game. They were like, you can't do this anymore. Yeah. So I think the biggest thing here is Azrael is winning. He's like a clean 300 points over everybody else, which is many attacks. So we'll just have to see how well he maintains the lead and how hard he crashes when he transitions to 20.
Yeah.
I don't think the crash is going to be terrible, but like he's going to feel some pressure coming from everyone else who was early.
Yeah, he's still doing good during, all of our transitions. I mean, 781's a pretty good day.
Yeah, 781's fine, but he has 11 attacks.
I mean, Lancelot threw up 843, which is pretty good. We looked at him, right? He's still...
Yeah, but like those attacks
14s.
aren't good. So like if you divide 843 by 11, it means hold on, let me just check that. Yeah, it's 76. So you're probably attacking people on average worth like 72 points or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which is like not perfect, but it's pretty good.
I mean, that's where the benefit of having that attack comes off, but I mean, that's going to drop off pretty quickly here.
Yeah. 843 is great, and yeah, 781 is a little bit low considering you have 11 attacks, because like on average then, like if you're doing 781, each attack is worth 71, so you're hitting people in the 60s on average, which is pretty low because we saw like that whole group of people worth 72 in the registry. So, but sometimes like the play is to just be consistent and just win. Yeah, they make the best of it. You weather the storm of transitioning, then you're fine again.
Yeah.
Interesting season. Do you have predictions for the top 5?
I think I'm going to stay in the top 5.
Okay, so you're going to finish top 5.
I think I will finish top 5.
Okay.
And then we'll see. I mean, I really like Forshard's build right now. I think he's well positioned to go top 5.
Okay.
I mean, Achilles has already made his transition.
Uh-huh.
So he's probably very top 5-able here.
Mm-hmm.
See, Bagel has the same number. I don't see this Bagel setup lasting for the next... Gosh, we have 18 days left, 19 days, right?
Well, this one's clearly not a final setup. Like, I think Bagel's going by level 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's going to be tough to push into the top 5 at 27.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, I'm back and forth on 27. Mm-hmm. Mostly because I did it so poorly last season. I just want to do better this season.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Frost. I mean, Frost is in the same position as you are, right? He's by level 20 a day ahead of us.
Yeah, we're roughly the same. Yeah, I have stronger mercs because I hit faster because he rushed with 4 mercs. But he's ahead of you experience because I play like an idiot for one day. So he's like, a little better in terms of points. But not by much. Not by much. I gained 11 points over him, and he's up by like 20 points, right? 21 points. So if we play like this for 3 more days, I'll be okay.
Yep, and Mr. Caterpillar didn't have a great day, so that advantage. He's got your
Caterpillar had a perfect
strategy
day.
going.
Yeah, Caterpillar had a perfect day because he's 9 attacks, so 7-11 is perfect. Because he's 9 attacks, right?
Gotcha. Okay,
so
he's at 9 attacks.
Yeah, because he's rushing 27. He hits 27 tomorrow. So
27 tomorrow is gonna. I mean that's dangerous.
Yeah, because like other people are just hitting 20 now. So This is like a perfectly played by level rush. Like he has not lost an offensive. He's maintained on average, I would say like 99% accuracy in the attacks. So he's having a really good season. And I think had he stayed by level 20 and just played like a normal person, he could have been GP1. Yeah, but he was like, no, 27. We have to try it. So, yeah.
So there we go. Then I got me, Forshard.
You, Forshard.
Achilles. I said somebody else in there, didn't I? I'm going to go Frost and then you. That's going to be my top 5. I'm not going to put it in order, though.
Okay. All right. So let me think about the top 5 here. So I think it's going to be myself, Frost, and then I'll take Foreshard, I'll take Caterpillar, and the last one I'm not entirely sure, because I don't really trust the Mass Knights thing. Like, it feels really unsecure. So if you go 27, yeah, maybe if you can keep it together and build something that's not like last season. I don't think anybody should do that. Like Caterpillar played a perfect rush, but if he did that, I think he would just tank. So I think it's like the actual mercs themselves are not that playable in that way. Yeah. Like, no matter who's playing it, I think it's just going to turn out like that.
Interesting. I would be shocked if anybody at 27
is top 5.
Is top 5.
Wow, interesting. We'll find out. I mean, you put yourself in a position to go 27 because you kept the Fiend.
Right.
So, yeah.
And that's just the indecision. And indecision usually leads to poor results.
I mean, I think the indecision actually committed you to a decision. It's really weirdly ironic, but yeah. I don't think by level 27 is bad. Like, especially if you can hit perfectly, it seems playable.
I mean, that's the scary thing. If Caterpillar makes it tomorrow, that's the 13th, and we have till the 31st. So he's got 17 days with strong by level 27 mercs, and that is significant.
Yeah, and he has 4 mercs. I don't think he needs 6.
Yeah, especially if he's one of like 5 people in the top 20 right now that are going to be there.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's scary. That's the potential of, I guess, by level 27. We'll see what happens. I think his only choice is to play a Whitman and 3 Barons. Like,
I mean, I think so. Based on my experience last season, that's the only way to go.
Yeah, because like you either keep your Executioner from by level 20 and play 3 Barons, or you play a Whitman because you can't get the Axeman or the Rogue to negative speed. So
right. Yeah, I got to 0 speed on the second to last day of the season. And at that point, it didn't even matter. Yeah, it was still fast at that point.
Then, like, the negative, 18 speed Executioners. Oh, my goodness.
With 2,500 hit points, and it didn't help.
Yeah. Well, those counters hit hard because they're, the formula is deceptive. So, yeah, I guess, like, all these people were not projected to top 5, like, all by level 20. Like, I guess what's the difference? What's causing that? Is it just, like, the lack of, like, a safety net in the front line?
I mean, like Azrael, and Lance are higher attacks, and Zeratul, I don't think they're gonna be able to recover. I just don't think they have. I mean, they have the skill to do it. I just don't think that they'll be able to build something strong enough and earn enough to keep up.
Yeah,
and that, I would love to be proven wrong on that, because that would just make. I mean, that gives you 3 different strategies that we could look at that could get you into the top 5 if it works out. But it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is. And like Crush of Demons, Too Dark Forever, they have reached by level 20, but they're playing like a 1 merc frontline. So
right.
We'll see what happens. I don't trust it. I got crit last time. And I think I almost died to Zeratul one time as well. So yeah, scary build. I'm so happy HD was changed so you don't have to play only the 1 melee merc. Oh, that's tough. All right, so that was a lot of fun.
I was hoping to do this in 20 to 30 minutes, and we're at 45. So
yeah, but I mean, we could talk about HD all day.
I know.
This is a great game. So if you're watching this, keep playing it, and tell your friends.
All right, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, peace, and I'll attack you tomorrow because you're in the top 10, and I'm not. I'm like immune for the next few days. No one's gonna want to hit me. All right. See you later.
Bye.